एक्सपेरिमेंट नंबर 18 in the Python programming language, जिसका एम है प्रोग्राम टू प्रिंट द फिबोनाची सीक्वेंस, that is with the help of Python using while loop and recursion method. Software है Visual Studio Code. Prerequisite, that means you have to require basic understanding of Python if statement, Python loop, Python function and recursion. अगर आपको इसके बारे में कुछ भी नहीं पता है तो प्लीज हमारे चैनल पे जाइए, जहाँ पे प्ले लिस्ट में आपको पाइथन थ्योरी रिलेटेड वीडियो मिल जाएंगे, जहाँ पे ये सारे सेक्शन के वीडियो थ्योरी में अवेलेबल है। तो पहले आप उसे देख लीजिए, बाद में प्रैक्टिकल आपके लिए आसान रहेगा। तो पहले हम समझ लेते हैं फिबोनाची सीक्वेंस। The Fibonacci sequence can be written as x of n, that is equal to x of n minus 1 plus x of n minus 2, where x of n is the number n, xn minus 1 is the previous term n minus 1, xn minus 2 is the term before that is n minus 2. The Fibonacci sequence is the series of the numbers like 0, 1. So now 1 is the summation of this particular previous two numbers, 0 plus 1. And 2 is summation of this previous number, 1 plus 1. 3 is summation of 1 plus 2. 5 is summation of previous two number, 2 plus 3, and so on. So the next number is found by adding up to the two number before it. The second is found by adding two number before it, that is the 1 plus 1. The 3 is found by adding the two number before it, that is the 1 plus 2. And the 5 is 2 plus 3, and so on. Here, how we can do the program. First, we store the number of term in the n terms. We initialize the first term to 0 and second term to 1. If the number of term is more than 2, we use a while loop to find the next term in the sequence by adding the preceding two terms. We then interchange the variable, update it, and continue on the process. To test the program, change the value of n term. In this program, we store the number of terms we display in n term. A recursive function recursive is used to calculate the n term of the sequence, and we use a for loop to iterate and calculate each term recursively. So let's do the program with the help of two methods. First is using loop and second with the help of recursive method. So first using loop. So Python program to display the Fibonacci sequence up to nth term. The first using a loop. The n terms that is equal to integer, say input, say you want for how many terms of Fibonacci terms. So how many terms are required for the Fibonacci series that we can select as an input. Then define first two terms. First two terms n1 comma n2, that is equal to 0 and 1. First initialize count equal to 0. Check if the number of terms is valid. So if n terms that is less than equal to 0, then print please enter a positive integer. Please enter a positive integer number. If there is only one term then return to n1. Return n terms. This case, print n1, then and that is equal to n1 plus n2, and update values. Update values. So n1 equal to n2 and n2 equal to n3. And this is the way we can also increase the count. So count equal to count plus 1. So that is where count equal to count plus 1. So this is the program. Let's save the error in this program. First try to resolve this error. Program using loop, n terms, integer, then n1, n2, 0, 1, count 0. If n term is less than equal to 0, okay. Then I will print that. Then now correct. Okay, so all are gone. So save. Now run this program. How many terms? Let's say I want for the 5. So Fibonacci sequence of 5 terms is 0, 1, 2, 0, 1 first, then third is a summation of previous one, then fourth term is summation of previous one, and fifth term is summation of previous 2 terms. So this is the way you can print the Fibonacci sequence with the help of this loop. You can also do the same task with the help of a recursion function. So let's try to understand how we can print a Fibonacci sequence with the help of recursion terms. So first we clear this. Now second, using a recursion, a function. So define a recursion function of Fibonacci sequence of for n. Recursion Fibonacci function n minus 1 plus recursion Fibonacci sequence n minus 2. Okay, so there is a definition. Now let's say n terms equal to 5. Then check if the number is valid, so if and terms less than equal to 0, then print is enter a positive. Of and so now save this, so we can run the Fibonacci sequence with the help of this particular function recursion Fibonacci. Let's save, then run python main.py. So this is for first pi sequence using Fibonacci. Now if you change here terms, say let's say 8 s, then once again then this is the first 8 terms, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8. And if you print a negative number, let's say here negative number -5, what happens? Let's say, okay, so please enter a positive integer. Okay, so that is the way we can find a Fibonacci sequence with the help of loop and the recursive method in this particular Python program. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoy this video, then request to kindly share with your colleagues. If you like, press like button and do comment. Thank you very much.